Hello, I'm Melonie at the Vancouver Yoga Center in Vancouver, Washington, and I'm here with one of our teachers, Shanti, who is going to help demonstrate lunge. We've already done a tutorial on lunge, but we focused on the front thigh and rooting the front thigh and also not letting the vector points of pressure go out through the knee because we really want to get it as a deep hip opener. So we're going to focus more now on the back thigh and its actions to be able to allow that front thigh to get a little bit deeper in its pose. And this information will apply to the majority of your standing poses. So we'll also show a quick tutorial on Warrior 2 and how it applies in that and side angle and such. So she's going to take a lunge pose. And we're just going to do a quick show of what is a tendency for some folks. As if they want to go deep into the pose, they often sink at the pelvis, sink at this back thigh, vector point the pressures out through the knee. So she's going to lift the pelvis up. And I'm going to help keep the lift of the back thigh. So we have this principle called thighs back. So thighs back in the back leg is more to the sky. Thighs back in the front leg is like she's sinking down to the floor. But if we do them at the same time, if she just only does sink the front thigh and not the back thigh, then we'll feel like we're getting a stretch, but it's really not the deep pelvic opener and hip opener that we want. So if we can take a little bit of the thighs back of this back leg, and she could hold to that, keep that, and now we soften through the front thigh, she'll go deeper into her pose and more of the pelvis. And so that's lunge. That could be a variety of poses that are standing asymmetrical poses facing this direction. But if she comes back up, we take the same principle into Warrior 2. She's going to take her legs wide and turn out the front, and then just do the basic lineup. Shin straight up and down, front thigh parallel to the floor, back foot on the ground for this Warrior 2 variation. You can have it slightly turned out. Yeah, great. And in general, our torso is right over our pelvis. And if we say sink into the pose, often people will bend their knee more and lean the vector points of their heart forward, not usually that extreme, but you get the point. So all the energy is going out and forward towards that knee. But if she backs that off, part of the backing that off is the back leg. You take the thigh, because one part is going one way, so we're going to take it wide, and then she's going to sink her front thigh a little deeper and lead with the thigh rather than the body to open the pelvis. And literally it will feel like your whole pelvic floor is opening more deeply. And then this is the basic foundation for a side angle pose. Then if she wants to, then reach out, rest the arm either to the floor or the leg, the other arm alongside the ear if she can. This will deepen her pose, taking her thigh wide or back in this angle and sinking the front thigh a little deeper. But if we didn't have that, now just I'm going to let go and you're just going to keep going, right? Vector points of pressure out through the knee, right? And then we're not really getting any more opening at the front hip. We're just pushing it out through the knee. Okay, push into my back foot to give you more stability, come back upright. And then all the way back up to standing. So if you like these, we are doing a bunch more on various different poses and some of the common things that I see people do, especially the beginners that come to the class. So you can look at those on YouTube. You can also come into the studio. You can go to our website at vancouveryogacenter.com, and we have our full class lineup, and there's also some online classes, and we'll hope to see you soon.